This is the Eastern Conference Finals as we're set for coverage of Game 1 right here on EA Sports. From downtown Milwaukee, tonight it's the hometown Milwaukee Bucks getting set to match up with the Toronto Raptors. Along with Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, we look at the Bucks coming into play. They're rested, they're ready to go, and they'll have home court advantage to begin here in Games 1 and 2.
And I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to this series right here. This is going to be a dogfight. We got a couple of teams that match up very well. I can see this one going to length. Yes, 7 games. That's how even these teams are.
Shot from in close, no good. Bledsoe with the basketball. Looking to make something happen to Antetokounmpo. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Fred VanVleet to Gasol. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. Nothing going here on that drive. Bledsoe can't connect.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Short jumper won't go down. Matthews to Antetokounmpo. Now ready to shoot at the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for 2 shots. A career 74% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Here comes the screen. The drive, right to the basket. He wants it at the rim and scores.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Bucks at the controls. Rebound comes to Lowry. Fred VanVleet, pass to the rim. Now a steal by Milwaukee.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Nothing going here on that drive. Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe. Matthews to Antetokounmpo. Good look that time, but off the mark. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First one, count it. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Lowry to VanVleet. Off the assist.
Ed, I'm telling you that every player in the league will make that shot. The defense has to be elevated.
The Bucks at the controls. To Middleton. Matthews. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Giannis Antetokounmpo trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Lowry into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Stanley Johnson. Pascal Siakam to Ibaka. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Lowry. Not that time. He missed it. Bledsoe with it up top. 2-point advantage. To Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Lowry. Scores from the post.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play on him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
Bledsoe with the basketball. The score 10-8. To Antetokounmpo. Serge Ibaka with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Lowry to Ibaka. Johnson to Lowry. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 4 out of 7.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Lin to Ibaka. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Bucks basketball. Antetokounmpo to Korver. Antetokounmpo to Korver. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Lin with it. It's 14-12. Goes to the right side. Powell. Shot from the lane won't go. To Hill. Count the basket at the rim.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
Serge Ibaka, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Deep three at the buzzer. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1. We're back with more after this. You're watching the Eastern Conference Finals on EA Sports. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Here comes the screen. To Lopez. Robin Lopez. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Fred VanVleet. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this league.
Off the assist.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Lynn to VanVleet. Fires the three. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Here comes the screen. Giannis shoots. Raptors have the rebound. Lynn with it. They're down 3. To VanVleet. Fires the 3. VanVleet denied. Have to like the defense. George Hill to Middleton. Adetokunbo. Short jumper misses. Toronto has the basketball. To Ibaka. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Hill into the front court. Leads just a point. Here comes the screen. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Shot clock violation. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Lowry. No good. Defense catching a break there. Middleton to Bledsoe.
What's up?
To Adetokunbo. Bledsoe.
When Lakers gonna played?
5 on the shot clock for Milwaukee. Lopez. Not that time. Brook Lopez, huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Can't connect. Bledsoe with it up top. Leads one to Middleton. It was right there. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Kyle Lowry with the rock to Van Vliet. Gasol. Won't go. Add 2 points to the board.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Lowry into the front court. 5-point game. Screen coming. Lowry to Van Vliet. Strong finish at the rim for Marc Gasol. Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game.
Welcome to the stream, Sanders James. What's happening with you?
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Bledsoe to Middleton. Whoa, Chris Middleton. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Down 5. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc for 3.
Make your pick between Toronto Raptors 3 versus Milwaukee Bucks 1. WHO will move on to the NBA Finals 2020.
Bledsoe to Middleton. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Gasol at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Can't convert the free throw. Lowry with it. They trail by 7. Fred VanVleet to Gasol. Down low. And a throwdown. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Bledsoe to Matthews. Here comes the screen. Matthews to Gasol. Can't connect. Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Bucks put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Raptors were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. And someone needs to step up offensively if they plan to win this game. Not a single player has gotten into double digits yet.
First half stats. Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Bledsoe with the basketball. Leads 5 to Antetokounmpo. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Gasol. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. To Matthews. Yes, Wesley Matthews. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Fred VanVleet to Gasol. Oh, big finish at the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
And count the basket.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Nothing going here on that drive. Lowry. Deep 2 there, won't go.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Antetokounmpo to Lopez. Brook Lopez. A small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Lowry has the basketball. To Van Vliet. He connects, had all the time in the world. Too easy.
I don't really care that Fred VanVleet finished third in the voting for Sixth Man of the Year. You know what I care about? That he was a draft snub. That 3 seasons ago, he was undrafted and nobody wanted him. After that, he spent time on the Raptors D-League team to being a guy that sits on their bench to all of a sudden being one of the best players on their squad. That's a story, that's a narrative we need to focus on.
Antetokounmpo. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
They work it down to Gasol. Brook Lopez sends it away. Bledsoe with it up top. Lead stands at 7. To Antetokounmpo. Layup goes down. Well done.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Fred VanVleet to Lowry. Screen coming. Lowry to Gasol. Throws it down.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Ball's controlled by Lowry. To Gasol. Offensive board. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Antetokounmpo to George Hill. To Antetokounmpo. The Bucks with 4 to shoot to Antetokounmpo. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. Toronto with the basketball. Lowry to Gasol. Now a steal by Milwaukee. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
First try at the line, no good. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Lynn with it. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. To Gasol. Marc Gasol. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
And Ed, you know what the worst part about this whole thing is? Usually when a defender bites like that, that means that they're being active. They just guessed wrong, man.
Adetokunbo to Korver. From long range. The rebound comes down to Toronto. Nothing going here on that drive. Rebound pulled down by Giannis. 3 quarters complete. The Bucks in front. Raptors ball as we get going here in the 4th. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Has a chance. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Korver. With a drop step. Scores from the post.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Lin with it. The deficit is 6. To Powell. To Ibaka. Serge Ibaka has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line. First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Bledsoe with the basketball. They lead it. 4-point game. To Hill. Almost. Unlucky bounce. Lin with it. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Lin to Ibaka. Down low Gasol. Oh, he had it. Bledsoe with it up top. Leads 4. Here's Lopez. Down low. Shot from in close. No good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Fine to shoot. Lin. And the rebound corralled by Lopez. Hill across the timeline. Looking to make something. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. George Hill at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 80% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. It's the Raptors with the basketball. And scores on a nifty dance to the basket.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Now the Bucks gonna signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
Well, you need execution in a chess match. And the best execution, I just saw the star player talk to one of the young fellas. You take those young fellas over to the side. You coach them through some of these big-time moments that happen in the fourth quarter. That's how you get your team ready for the playoffs and hopefully a chance to win a championship.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Bledsoe to Matthews. Shot clock winding down. Matthews unable to get it to go. Lowry into the front court. His guys trail now by 4 to Gasol. Finish that.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
To Matthews. Cleared by Ibaka. Lowry into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Over to the right side. Ibaka to Lowry. 5 to shoot for Toronto. Serge Ibaka. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field. Milwaukee with the basketball. Bledsoe to Middleton. Down low to Mirotic. Serge Ibaka rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. 2-point advantage. To Ibaka. Lowry. Bledsoe to Matthews. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Now a whistle. And we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee. Barring a 4-point play, this is a 2-possession game. Let's see how they decide to attack this. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Adetokunbo to Middleton. Short jumper off the mark. Pascal Siakam to Lowry. To Gasol. Down low. Slam dunk. Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game. Lopez. That's off the side of the rim, short. Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
And an intentional foul here in the closing moments. But it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a two-score game.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. Deep three at the buzzer. It's the Raptors with the victory. They've jumped out in front, 1-0 in this best-of-7 series. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors put one in the win column with a solid performance. They did plenty of great things, but we all know what's going to be remembered are the dunks. And you know what? I'm going to remember nothing but the dunks as well. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Toronto Raptors. The Bucks couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game track. Assists.
The Toronto Raptors were very impressive in the way they shared the ball, giving each other the opportunity to not just take good shots, but great shots. That's what I believe made the difference for them in this game, that being the great assists.
Player of the game.
Game 1 Toronto Raptors 5-3 Milwaukee Bucks 4-5 final.
Easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in a zone, he just took it to another level. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.